This is Anthony Gucciardi, and we have great news. I'm here with Paul Joseph Watson today. Monsanto is being defeated once again in the many ways we have managed to crush this company on the enemy lines in the battle for our food supply and the battle for humanity and our genetic purity. Specifically, Monsanto has now lost $156 million this quarter, and it comes down to a few business reasons, but primarily I want to talk about activism and the disassociation with real intelligent people from Monsanto, and specifically why investors now are taking their money out of Monsanto. Not Bill Gates, who still has 500,000 shares of Monsanto as of 2010, but smart investors who realize this company is tanking. And any association with Monsanto, which is probably one of the most openly corrupt corporations in the United States or the world, and definitely one of the most hated. So specifically now, they are hemorrhaging cash, and there's multiple reasons. There's lawsuits with Syngenta, one of their biotech sister type companies that are also destroying the food supply. But everywhere you go now, just going into Whole Foods, I've taken multiple photos, shared it, you now see billboards and pieces of information warning you about GMOs, the top 10 sources for GMOs and how to avoid them, even in Whole Foods. And I like Whole Foods overall. Of course, they have some downfalls. They say by 2018 they're going to label all GMOs. Hopefully we can push that forward a little bit. But overall, we're being inundated with key information against GMOs. Just knowing the articles that I write, Monsanto is always the most viral topic. And in 2011, I remember the key article about Hungary destroying the Monsanto cornfields got over 198,000 shares, making it the 10th most shared article of 2011, as shown by the Huffington Post and others that beat out CNN articles, and even CNN articles about cute little puppies, which are always in the top 10 most shared. So the key thing is, since about, I'd say 2011, so Bill Gates bought into Monsanto with his 500,000 shares about a year before it was key intel that Monsanto is essentially the food devil. It's been known that Monsanto is an evil corporation. So now we're making strides like never before. We're seeing victories. This is a call to victory. And I want to talk to Paul Joseph Watson, who's behind the camera. I'm going to take the camera, and I want to ask him what he thinks. Because as far as I can tell, I walk down the street, people come up to me and say, hey, I wasn't even into the food movement, and I didn't understand everything. I didn't understand BPA or the food additives, but once I learned about Monsanto, just reading their Wikipedia page, it really all came to light. So Paul, I think we're seeing a major victory, and I want your take on this. Do you find the same thing?
It's a crushing victory. Over the last 10 years, we've seen huge strides in the health freedom movement. And that's the question we get constantly. What are the solutions? How can we reclaim our personal freedom, our personal responsibility, control over our own lives? And the key department in which you can do that is personal health and the food that you eat. So now we see Monsanto being kicked out of major countries like Argentina, China. They're also having problems getting approval in Europe. And this is very primarily due to the fact that people across the world are rebelling against this GMO trash system and are really reclaiming that personal freedom. And it's a key solution that everybody has access to right now in the battle against this GMO Monsanto trash system.
It's one of the only things that we can do to protect the planet we live on, to protect the beautiful planet that is now being destroyed by companies like Monsanto and Syngenta. This is great news. Good work, everyone, sharing this news. We've got 20,000 shares on just some of the articles I looked at about Monsanto losing money, $156 million just in this quarter.